Hallelujah. Fall is here and I am so ready for fall makeup looks. However, I'm finding that my fall is very busy, which means I am short on time, but I still want to look put together and a little spicy for the season, if you know what I'm saying. So what I thought we would do today is sit down. I would share with you a go-to look for me to feel really put together, feel like I tried a little harder than I did. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Now, if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist. And here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. But like I said, I'm short on time, so let's get going. First step is to prep the skin, which is so important, but I have to say it's one that I've been skimping on because I've just been so busy. I get going in the morning, I put on my vitamin C, I'm running around, I've got my coffee, I'm getting ready to put on my makeup, and I realize I haven't like really hydrated my skin very well. So I'm getting better. I am now keeping a moisturizer right here at my vanity, and I was actually going through and using the Smashbox Primerizer, which totally does the job, but it's just not as hydrating as what I need. So for today, I actually went through already with the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. You guys, this is the Big Daddy, Big Mama Jamba thing, and oh, white on white. You're not gonna be able to see this, but it has not a lot left. There's gonna be a good amount of uses in here because you don't need a lot of this facial cream, but I know that I've talked about this a lot, but it's almost gone. And this is one that I really like to pull out once the weather starts to get cooler and drier. However, today we're gonna add a little extra glow with the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I just recently got these and I was reading that you can use it as a primer. You can also mix it into foundation for a little extra glow. So I'm feeling actually pretty hydrated and a little dewy, so I think I am going to mix this in with my foundation today. I'm really excited to try this out. Let me know if you tried this way. If you have this product, because I know it's been around for a minute, how do you like to use it? Let me know in the comments down below, but we are gonna actually mix this with the Bite Beauty Changemaker Foundation. Now, it shouldn't be a secret that this is a fave of mine because I've talked about it, but as happens when you are a beauty YouTuber, you get a few new things and then like some of these get pushed to the back of the drawer. And just recently, Haley from Hey Hey Bae was talking about it on her channel, which by the way, if you're not following Haley, please go subscribe. I have been just loving her content. I will have her channel linked down below, but she just recently got this one and was talking about how much she loves it. And you know when like you have a friend that talks about something and you're like, oh, I forgot about that. So we're gonna pull this baby out tonight and mix it in with the Glow Recipe Dewdrops. So it says here to mix 1 to 2 pumps with your foundation for a glowy finish. So I just pumped 1 pump of this on the back of my hand and about equal parts of the Changemaker foundation. So one of the reasons that I like to mix products like this is not only does it sheer out the product a little bit, you're obviously gonna get a little extra hydration and glow, but in all honesty, it helps you blend out easier. You know, when something's a little bit more sheer, I feel like I can get it on and get out the door a little quicker. So this is just gonna give us a little bit of like a more like light medium coverage, but you're still gonna get that beautiful finish that this foundation has. Of course, I'm gonna grab my trusty BK 101. I am buffing out my earring. let me pop this baby back in, but this looks so good. It still has the nice finish that the Changemaker has. It's more glowy and more sheer. So this is a great way to kind of like, you know, get double duty out of a foundation. And I've talked about using the Watermelon Glow Pink Juice as a mixing medium before in products. I could see kind of switching it out for this because A, I'm almost out of this and I have this guy now. So I will really be interested. I do definitely think that this has more of a glow, so it's gonna be perfect for fall and winter. And I can use it as a primer, and they also talk about tapping it on over makeup. Like I said, let me know how you've used it. All right, so next I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelid. Now, to be honest, if I am looking to get out the door quick, I'm just going to use the concealer that I'm gonna use on my face. And I've been trying the Milani Conceal and Perfect. You guys know that I was kind of on the hunt to try a new concealer. I did recently get this from Ulta when they were doing like high times points on Milani products, or there was like a sale. There was something that pulled me in. You know how that goes. So I did pick this one up, And I am liking it so far. So that will also be what I use on my face, but for right now, I'm just going to throw it on my eyelid. So on those days where I'm looking to get out the door quick, really, I just want to grab the one product rather than having to prime my eyes with an eye primer and use my concealer later. I can just pull out one product and be done. And then I want to make sure that I'm using a concealer that, you know, isn't going to be drying, but that isn't overly emollient, because I do want it to help keep my eyeshadow on. And if it has too much moisture, it might tend to lead to creasing. So this one so far has been working really well as a concealer and an eye primer. And really quick, before we go any further, I'm just taking some of the good old RCMA, you know, Project Pan 2021. We'll see if I can pan this baby by 3021. Who are we kidding? But I'm gonna get through as much as I can this season. So just dusting that on so that we can get our shadows on nicely. So now what I find really helps make for an easy eye look is to get my brows nice and shaped first. That's almost like the frame for the picture. So I just know like where I'm gonna go so I can throw my brows on. So this is a product that I got a little sample of. This is the Kosas Air Brow, and I have the shade medium brown. I got this with a recent Sephora order. So I saw this in the little like sample options and I was like, well, I know Jennifer from El Feisty likes this, so I thought I would give it a go. I will say this medium brown shade is very warm though. So you have to be ready for a little warmth. Just know that. But I do like to add a little bit of warmth right now. You guys know with my microblading, it's sort of cooled off a little extra. And so I feel like the warmth helps give me a bit more of a neutral brow. So just for comparison, and I don't know, I would assume that the applicator is similar to what's in the full size, but I do get a lot of product on this applicator, and I find that this product is also a bit more pigmented than like Benefit Gimme Brow. So if that gives you any idea, I feel like most people have tried Gimme Brow at some point in time. Actually, let me zoom you in so that you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, so hopefully you can see the difference between one brow and the other. Now, this product, it isn't super high mega hold by any means, but it will give me enough hold that I feel like I can, you know, I can kind of keep everybody in line a little bit. This isn't going to be what I grab for when I want my like pushed up wispy brows, but on quick days when I just need a little definition, this works really nicely. So since I did recently haul this little baby guy, I wanted to let you know how I'm liking it so far. So now we're gonna go in with a palette that should have been in that Ulta haul, but I don't know if I actually had it in here because I couldn't resist using it. And so I think it went into my drawer and I didn't pull it back out. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon in Go Commando. That's a little risque. Maybe Wet n Wild's hanging out with NARS. So this is a beautiful fall palette. I like the fact that you have 3 shimmers and 2 mattes, and you really have a nice array. So I'm gonna swatch all 3 of these shimmers for you so that you can see these. They are very pretty, and I think when you're looking for a really quick, like out the door, for me, that's probably gonna mean 1 shimmer and 1 matte. So here you can see this top shade is, you know, a really nice, just sheeny neutral color. This would also make a really great inner corner. Then you have that beautiful, like, it is a gold. It's definitely a duochrome. It's a gold with a green, and then it tilts. Let me see if, oh, there you go. You can see over my 40-year-old wrinkly hand. So here you've got that greeny gold, and then it has that like kind of browny copper base, and then we have this beautiful like satiny copper. Then of course we just have these 2 beautiful mattes. So I really think this is a very easy palette to just grab and go. Not commando, but go out the door. So I think I am just going to stick to a pretty light wash of color. So I'm gonna go through with the BK Beauty and Angie Hot and Flashy A503. We're just going to take the tiniest bit of that brown shade and work that up in our crease. And obviously I am, honestly, most days, unless I'm working with something that is going to give me a lot of fallout, I really like to do my eyes after I lay on my foundation. It's just what I do. So usually for a little bit of insurance, I will wait and not do my concealer or the rest of my face until after my eyes are done. I don't know, there's just something about like having my complexion balanced out that just like it just gives me the feel. And I do think, you know, I will change my eye look depending on how much coverage I give my skin, how dewy I go. So for me, it's just the way I do. I am really liking this brush because it is so fluffy, but it also has like a nice pointed, I mean, slightly pointed tip. So I can really just like place a little bit of the product in and then start working and build up the pressure and really blend that out. So, you know, it's kind of one brush that I can use kind of like as my blender and my crease brush. All right, so now really quickly, I'm going to take the A501 from BK Beauty and I'm going to take that more like burnt umber shade. Is that a thing? I'm just gonna go with that. And I'm just gonna dust that on my lid because I'm gonna lay that gold shade over the top. So I really want this to be like not super overly dark. It's really just to add a bit of a base tone so that that gold can really pop. Okay, so if you love matte eyeshadow, you could totally just do this. Obviously, concealer and all the business, but that could definitely be where you stop. It's not gonna be where we stop. So I'm gonna take the flat shader, this is the A505, and take that fun gold shade. So I am using a wet brush and I'm just going to put this over the top. And that's just gonna help that color shine. And I'm just going to do like the inner 2/3 and leave the outside matte. I really just want like a bright-eyed open look towards the inside to kind of like give us a little bit, like I feel like the lighter and brighter this is, it just makes my eyes look like more bright and awake. So we're just going to do that inner part. And you know if you know me, I'm totally gonna use that like champagne-y shade as our inner corner highlight, but recently I've been really liking to do my inner corner highlight after my concealer is done. Honestly, I've been finding that my fall allergies are just already kicking me in the hind end, so I get a little bit more darkness right through here in the fall and winter. So I've been really liking to make sure that that's all light and bright before I pop any shimmer over the top. So you can see this is just, it just gives you a little bit of those toasty vibes, but it's so quick. So I just really feel like this is a very quick, effortless, but it looks like you tried harder than you did fall look with a palette that's pretty inexpensive. So we'll finish up the eyes in a little bit, but now let's move on to the rest of the face. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and take some more of that concealer, and I don't feel like I got any fallout. That gold shade is, oh, I got like tiny little bits. That gold shade is a little bit like flakier, which is why I do like to work with a wet brush. But all things considered, we didn't do too bad, ladies and gents. We did not do too bad. Taking my A506. Again, this will probably be known as the Baby 101 for anybody that loves and knows their BK Beauty brushes. I feel like the lighting right now is making me look like extra hella shiny. I promise you, I'm not quite as dewy. I am nice and glowy, but I feel like I look like I just got done running a marathon or something. That's about the closest I'm ever gonna come to looking like I ran a marathon. Dewy skin. All right, now especially in the fall and winter, I don't use much powder at all, and I've actually found that this Milani concealer does not really need much powder. Like, I like to use a little bit under the eye just to set it, and then just kind of like around my nose because I always get super shiny around the sides, but that is going to be it. We won't powder the rest of the face. So now let's go ahead and finish up these eyes before we move on. I was gonna do the face, but we'll go ahead and finish up the eyes. So one thing that I've been finding is on days where I don't have a lot of time, I'd rather spend the time to like do my inner corner and pop a little bit of something on my brow bone, just because those don't usually take too long, and I'll just like forego putting anything on my lower lash line. I am lucky enough to have fairly thick lower lashes, so when I put on mascara, I feel like it looks like there's a little something there, but I just find that not having darkness under here helps me keep a little like bright and awake feeling, and I also like to put my inner corner highlight like more in this section here and not drop it down quite as much, which for me can be a struggle because sometimes I get going with the inner corner highlight and all of a sudden it's like way down here. But we're just trying to like add some brightness to that center and really draw the eye and just like make you look a little more bright and awake. and, you know, make it look like you tried. So I really like this look. I think it's just, like I said, it's soft, and like that subtle duochrome that's in this lid shade just makes it look like it took a little more time than it really did. So let's go ahead and finish off with mascara. So for sure, I do not skip on curling my eyelashes. My eyelashes, as I'm getting older, just seem to get a little more lazy. So we are going to give this a good curl. Now, surprise, surprise, I'm gonna go through with my Bite Beauty Upswing Mascara. If you know, you know that I love this mascara. It is just so beautifully volumizing. I can quickly get away with one coat and feel like I did more. So that's what I'm gonna do. I just curled my lashes well. I'm gonna do one coat, top and bottom, and then we'll move on to everything else. Here we are, just one coat of mascara. One coat, that is it. In fact, sometimes the Bite Beauty is not like my favorite to do on the lower lashes because I just get so much in one coat that it just seems like, whoa. So a lot of times I'll have to like comb through them. So I am that person that sometimes will be wearing two mascaras, one on the top and one on the bottom. That's me, I'm extra, but you know, when you're in a hurry, you don't do that, right? You're trying to get out the door, we just go with what we go with. So now we're gonna do a bit of bronzer. So I have not tried this bronze yet, but it really looks like it's gonna be my vibe for fall. So this is the Iconic London. Gotta love this reflective gold packaging that I've already gotten my grubby little hands on. This is the ultimate bronzing powder, and it's in medium bronze. So for me in the fall, I really vibe with maybe like a little contour and then like a good pop of blush and maybe like a yummy lip. So I don't really like to go too ham with the bronzer, and really for me the bronzer is all about a little shaping of the face. So I want it to be neutral, maybe even leaning cool, and I do feel like that is going to be the vibes that we get from this. Probably not going to see it on my hand. Oh, you can see it a little bit. I feel like this is going to be a pretty sheer buildable product, which I do really like. So I'm actually going to take a baby brush. This is the BK108. And I'm using a small brush just because I want to have the control to be able to like build a little bit. And, you know, really like get the product where I want it, because I am looking to use this almost more as like a sculptor than, you know, like a super bronze. So yeah, I would say, I mean, this is not like as like cool toned as a contour. So that this is that bronzer, if you will. So I'm not really doing much. A little like kind of not quite in the hollow, like maybe just above the hollow of my cheek, and a little bit at the temples just because it makes me feel like J-Lo, and then just a little right here to get rid of the Texas barbecue that I ate. Now we're gonna move on to this fun little kit. So I did talk about this, I posted it on my community page when it launched. This is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Blush Trio. I really like the Rare Beauty liquid blushes. They are really pigmented, so one of these babies is all you need, and I like that there are two new shades, two limited edition shades, and then Bliss, which is Selena's favorite. Okay, so here you can see the three shades. So until it dries down, you might not be able to tell, but Bliss is actually a matte blush. And then we have Hope, which is a dewy nude mauve, and Peace, a dewy soft apricot. Oh yeah, now you can start to see as it starts to dry down. So this is definitely matte, while these two are dewy. So we're gonna go in with apricot. Honestly, you guys know I love a good warm blush. I do like a good berry tone, like in the fall, but I feel like a warm nude always works. It's just really flattering. It's usually a little easier to like blend onto the skin. If you have a really cool skin tone, it might actually be easier to do like a really light berry or mauve, but with my warm skin tone, I feel like it's just easier to blend in when I go with something warm. So we are gonna take Peace, and I'm just gonna pop a little bit of this on the back of my hand. I don't think we're gonna need too much of this. They are pretty concentrated. So I've got a nice little patch here, and then I'm taking the Luxie Tapered Highlight Brush, and I'm just going to like blend this in. This is a pretty shade. I really like some of the Rare Beauty products. Like I got one of those little sample cards of the liquid highlighters, and I might pick one up in the VIB sale. There was that like kind of rose goldy shade that looks so pretty. And I think it would like last forever. So I might actually put that on my list, because I was thinking about it and I was like, you're gonna wait. But that little card had so many pretty colors on it. So I definitely feel really happy about this shade. To me, this is still very much like fall. And I really think as long as you like blend these out on the back of your hand, they go on the face, they blend really nice and easily. And I like that there's a bit of dew, but it's not like so much that I feel like it's gonna slide around throughout the day. So that is really, really nice. So now we're gonna move on. I'm not sure if we're gonna do highlighter or not. We'll have to see. I'm gonna let this like settle in for a couple minutes and then we'll see what it is for the vibe we want for the rest of our cheeks. So today I'm gonna be trying a product that I am really excited to dive into. Aether Beauty reached out recently and they asked if I'd be interested in sharing with all of you the new Shade Slick Lip Oil shades. And let me tell you, I was so excited because there are definitely a couple shades in this series that I think are absolutely gorgeous. And for me, in the fall and winter, it's all about hydration with a little bit of color. And this is exactly what we have here tonight. So I have a few shades to share with you, but this is the shade from the new collection. This is Cara. And boy, she looks toasty. So I think that a shade like this, let me talk as I'm swatching, I'm so excited. So I think a shade like this is a great way to dive into a bit of color for fall. If you are wanting to try this beautiful like terracotta vibe, this like kind of orangey tone, but you're a little scared, this is a great way to do it because it's going to sheer out in your lips. It's not going to be quite so intense, but I think you're going to still get a really nice pop. And I know that this is one of the top selling products that Merit has. So these Shade Slick tinted lip oils are $24, but they do have a quad of all 4 of the new sets, and that is at a steal. So these have rose hip oil and shea butter. So this is really going to give you that hydration. I'm of course looking here on the website, but the quad of the new shades is $75, which is normally a $96 value. So enough yapping, let's go ahead and try this beauty on. So I am so excited. These are scentless, unscented. That's usually what people say. So we're just gonna put this, oh my gosh. And I'm just doing this on like naked lips because I really wanted to see how much color these have. Oh my gosh. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. Okay, I have to say, I already feel right now because of the like slight reddy orange undertone, this just brought out the green in my eyes so beautifully. I mean, I don't mean to compliment myself, but I feel like this is a really good shade for me. And I definitely don't feel like I need more lip liner. I could add some lip liner to like make my lips look fuller. Let's be honest, this top lip, she's not a friend of mine, but I'm happy with this. So why don't I go ahead and share with you the other shades that I got. Oh, I do actually have one other shade from the new set. I thought that this was one of their originals, but it's the new one. This is taupe. So this is totally on the other side of the spectrum. This is more of like a cool nude. This is gonna be that like grab and go, you can throw it on in the car, you don't even have to look in the mirror kind of shade. And again, that's taupe. Yeah, these don't have a scent at all. And then this is one of the original shades, and this to me, again, is gonna be like something that I think anybody could wear. This is Marrakesh. It's like a mauvey, like a mauve berry. We're gonna put that on the other side here. I am so excited to wear these more. So these definitely have a good amount of pigment to them, but they're very like user friendly. You know what I'm saying? So there is Marrakesh, and then we have Cara, and then that is taupe. So just in case you're curious about the autumn winter box set, because if you do really like a good lip oil, this would be the way to go. The 2021 box set is again $75 for the 4 oils. The 2 other shades that you have are like on the opposite ends of the spectrum. We have Falcon, which looks like a beautiful, like rich kind of chocolatey shade, and then you also have Bel Air, which looks clear. If it has a little something to it, it's very, very sheer, but it looks pretty clear. So, this feels really good. So I have to be honest, I have the, let me pull it out here. So here I have the Lisa Eldridge lip gloss. I'm gonna just swatch this just so I can like feel kind of like, because this has some of those nourishing vibes. Okay, so the Lisa Eldridge lip gloss, and I know that it has a fancy name because it's Lisa, it is a little bit more tacky, whereas these lip oils are really very silky, but they have that same nourishing, slightly slidey feel that the Lisa Eldridge lip gloss has. Yeah, absolutely. I am so excited to have this. Thank you so much, Merit. So I did want to be completely transparent and let you know that Merit did offer to send me a few other items just as a thank you for sharing with you the new lip shades. So there is no like paid promotion here. They just gifted me with some product, which I want to share with you all of the other goodies that I got. But I think that this looks really nice. Let's take the hair down, you know, gotta get the moment here. Let's zoom out and we can see this final look. All right, yes, I am feeling very fall. I'm telling you, this lip color like pulled it all together. I feel like a bit of color on the lips just always makes you feel like, you know, a little bit more polished. So I definitely could see if you like definitely more in your life when it comes to your lips, putting a lip liner on underneath this. I did just order, talking about Lisa Eldridge, I did just order a couple of her lip liners, so I did get one that I think that will look really, really nice under this. I might have to do that. Stay tuned for another video with the Lisa Eldridge, because maybe I will end up trying that color on over that lip liner. So anyway, let's go through the other things that Merit was nice enough to send over. So one of the items that I chose was the highlighting balm, and I got the shade Cava. They have the shade, I believe it's Bounce, but that was a rose gold shade, and unfortunately it was out of stock. So I got the shade Cava, but after swatching this, I could really see picking up that shade. This looks really beautiful. I'm going to throw it on because I feel like we could go with a little more glow. Why not, right? So this shade is just a really nice, like, very translucent, like, it's a very light gold without being too icy. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna try just using it off of my hand, or maybe just like off the stick. It does have a much more like emollient feel than a lot of highlighting sticks. So this is pretty sheer, and I don't want to say oily, but it definitely has a nice slip to it. So if you have super oily skin, I don't think that this is going to be a favorite for you. But if you are normal to dry, and you just want that little bit of glow, this is totally gonna give it to you. It just like gave me some juiciness. Wow, I really like this. So this one is gonna be a fun one to have for fall and winter. If you know, I've kind of been like transitioning into just having like a dewy, glowy cheek and not quite so much like highlight. That's kind of been where I've been going for a while now, but I think especially for fall and winter, I'm just gonna want like bright, just in from the cold kind of cheeks, and just a little bit of like glow to keep it looking healthy. So I did also choose one of the cheek colors. This is the shade Mood. I'm going to swatch this as well so that you guys can see. Oh, I mean, hello fall. This one is definitely going on my Fache very soon. I thought I would pull out Beverly Hills to show you that one as well, since I do have it. So I think this is looking like a little bit extra glowy because I put it right over the top of that highlighter, but this is the shade Beverly Hills. This is Mood. This is so, so pretty. And I wanted to show you Beverly Hills because, surprise, if you've stuck through the video this long, I have a giveaway. I wanted to get another Beverly Hills to give away to one of you. So we're gonna do a little surprise giveaway in this video. So all you will have to do to be entered to win this Merit Flush Balm is comment down below letting me know what minimalist beauty means to you. What are the couple items that you just can't live without when you want to feel put together, you, but a little better, right? Like that sort of like polished version of yourself. I would love to know. Don't forget to either leave your email or your Instagram handle so I will be able to contact you if you do win and send this your way. So again, thank you to Merit Beauty. I do have one more item that I did get, and I thought about using it in this video, but I want to give it a go on its own, and I knew I really wanted to pull out the Changemaker because really made me do it. So this is the Perfecting Complexion Stick. This is their like foundation concealer stick. Let's see if I can find a spot that's not like covered in highlighter and blush. So boy, I think that this is going to be a pretty good shade for me, hopefully. Yeah, I think we'll be pretty good. This is the shade Bisque, like I said, and I'm really excited to try this one out. I will probably use this as a concealer first to see how I feel. I have not tried out any of the products other than that blush before today, so this was a true and honest like first impression, but let me tell you, these lip oils, whoo, so nice. So if you're like me and you love a good juicy lip with a little bit of color, you might want to try these shade slicks out. I do know that Merit is available at Sephora, and of course the VIB sale is coming up, but I saw that the quad of the new shades is only available on the Merit website. So I will go ahead and link both of those down below if you do want to check it out. Thank you again to Merit Beauty. I am really liking this. This shade is definitely going to be on my lips all fall long. And let me tell you, it feels great. So I feel really put together. I feel a little spicy, like I said, but this look was so quick and easy. I love that we had like a little mix of price ranges. You know me, I just love good beauty, whether it's from a drugstore, whether it's high-end, just give it to me if it's good. And I wanna thank you for hanging out with me. It does mean so much to me that you take some time out of your day to spend it with me. Let me know down below how you save a little time during the busy season, and I will see you really soon.